Hi class. Ay, mali. Kailan dito ako? Design of welded connections. So, tapos na tayo sa welded connections. The other way to connect steel members is by welding. So, welded connections naman tayo. Structural welding is a process whereby the parts to be connected are heated and fused with supplementary molten metal added to the joint. The supplementary molten metal is sometimes called filler metal, and the metal to be connected is base metal. So there are four main types of welding process. Number one, shielded metal arc or ISMAW is a manual arc welding process that uses a consumable and protected electrode. As the electrode melts, a cover that protects the electrode melts also and protects the weld area from oxygen and other atmospheric gases. So this is the illustration of the ISMAW. Meron siyang electrode. This is the electrode and merong coating yung electrode. So, pag na-heat itong electrode, it melts together with the coating. So, yung electrode, siya yung mag-fill up at mag-form ng weld para mag-join together ang base metal 1 at base metal 2. And then, together, or kasabay sa pag-melt ng electrode is the coating. Itong coating, pag natunaw, it forms a protection sa weld area. Kasi nga, hindi pwedeng makontaminate yung weld na nangyayari dito. So, flux cord arc welding or FCAW is excellent for welding dirty, rusted, or contaminated metals. This welding process is ideal for all welding positions and outdoor welding activities because of the flux shield. The flux cord arc welding process is quite easy to learn and master. So, this is the illustration of FCAW. So, this process has flux shield. So, with this flux shield, merong flux coating or protection yung weld area natin. So, also with this, mas maganda itong FCAW na pang welding sa mga even contaminated or rusted na yung yung structural steel mo. And then also, maganda siya sa iba't ibang welding positions. So, ibig sabihin kasi kapag mag-welding ang welder, pwede siyang pababa or pa-sideways, vertically side. So, pwede ang flux cord arc sa anumang position. So, number 3, submerged arc welding is a joining process that involves the formation of an electric arc between a continuous fed electrode and the workpiece to be welded. A blanket of powdered flux surrounds and covers the arc, and when molten, provides electrical conduction between the metal to be joined and the electrode. So, ito yung illustration lang. So, syempre meron pa rin yung welding electrode. If this is fed up, pinifeed ito dito yung electrode. So, when this is heated, nag-create siya ng electric arc dito, and that welds the base metal 1 and base metal 2 together. So, ang pang protection niya is the blanket of powdery flux. Then, gas metal arc welding or GMO is an electric arc then. So, electric arc also forms between the electrode and the metal to melt the pieces together. The process also requires a shielding gas to protect the weld pool from the contaminants. So, similar siya sa saw process, pero GMAW, it is similar to the saw process in terms of nagpo-form kasi sila pares ng electric arc, di ba? Pero with the GMAW, gas ang pang-protect niya dun sa weld area. But the same, meron pa rin yung electrode. So, lahat sila may electrode. Iba-iba lang yung ways para i-protect yung weld area. So, we have this different types of welds. So, this is 3 lang. So, number 1 is fillet weld. And then, we have the groove weld. This is divided into partial penetration groove weld and complete penetration groove weld. So, meron tayong tatlong main types of weld: fillet, PJP, and CJP. So, for this subject, I will introduce yung tatlong main types of weld, pero ang i-design, kukunan natin ng design strength is the fillet welds lang. So, let's introduce fillet weld. Fillet weld is a weld of approximately triangular cross-section joining two surfaces approximately at right angles. So, important na at right angles to each other in a lap joint, T-joint, or corner joint. So, So, si fillet weld, triangular ang cross-section niya. Similar, like this, and this. So, triangular ang shape niya. So, kailan pwedeng gamitin ang fillet weld? Kapag may mga corner kang at right triangles, diba? So, pag may right triangle kang ganyan, pwede mo siyang i-welding and then just fill it with the fillet or fillet welds or the weld metal. So, itong joint nito is a lap joint. So, since lap joint, meron siyang right triangle, pwede mo siyang fill upan ng weld. So, another joint, ito ay T-joint. As you can see, nag-form siya ng T-shape. So, meron siyang right angle corner dito. So, this corner, you can weld and fill it up with weld metal. Then, next, itong corner. This is a corner joint. This corner joint forms a right angle corner. So, at this corner, you can fill it with fillet welds. So, next, partial penetration joint, partial penetration groove weld or PJP, partial joint penetration. So, dito, let's zoom it a bit. So, sa PJP, isa siyang groove weld, diba? So, it means you need to prep yung base metal mo. Pwedeng yung dalawa ang ipe-prep mo or yung isang side lang. So, ito yung groove. Itong mga groove na to, sila yung mga preparation. So, kapag fina-fabricate yung steel, kaya kailangan i-cut mo na itong mga yan. This one, and then this one. So, anong kaibahan ni PJP kay CJP is that ang preparation ni PJP is hindi diretso hanggang sa ibaba. Unlike kay CJP, diretso yan hanggang sa ibaba. Unlike kay CJP, pag CJP, diretso yan hanggang sa baba, and then it has a huge gap dito. Dito kay PJP, hindi siya diretso sa baba, malapad itong width na to, and maliit itong gap na to. So, kapag nag-weld ka dyan, hindi tatagos yung welds up to this, hanggang dito sa gap na to. Hindi sila kakasya. Kaya partial penetration lang ang tawag sa kanya. So, the preps can be top only, or it can be placed top and bottom. As long as meron silang gap dito, and then may maliit na gap doon, wherein hindi kakasya pa din yung weld metal mo. So, partially welded pa rin siya. And then next, ito, pwedeng one side lang ang ipe-prep mo. Like this one side lang ang ipe-prep mo. So, okay, let's look at complete penetration weld. As you can see kay CJP, pwedeng dalawang side din ang i-prep mo. And then, may malaki siyang gap dito. So, since malaki yan, kapag wineld mo yan, pwedeng tumagos doon ang ang mga weld metal mo. So, sometimes they put a backing bar dito para hindi lumusot, matulog yung mga fillet welds, yung weld metal mo. Pero, that makes sure na completely welded or completely filled up with weld metal itong opening mo na to. Kaya complete penetration siya. And then, the same kay PJP, pwedeng isang base metal lang ang i-prep mo. Ito, wala na. Eskwala lang siya. So, as long as malaki yung gap dito, the weld metal can penetrate up to this maliit na gap. So, complete penetration joint pa rin yan. So, you can put backing bar dito. So, and same din kay PJP, pwedeng top and bottom ang ipe-prep mo. Top and bottom ang ipe-prep mo. But in practice, ito lang ang usual na ginagamit kapag nag-PJP or CJP tayo. Hindi usual itong ganyan. Very much. Hindi siya masyadong ginagamit. Or hindi siya ginagamit. Itong dalawa lang talaga ang mga nagamit ko. Ginagamit namin. Okay. Okay. So, when we use, syempre, mga welds, kapag i-drawing natin yan, di ba? Kasi i-detail natin yung design natin. So, may detail, may symbols din ang mga welds natin. So, this is how we symbolize yung mga fillet welds. Since, sabi nga natin, fillet welds are triangular in shape, yung symbol niya is a triangle shape like this one. So, yung placement ng triangle na yan means, it means something. Like, itong sa unang drawing, nasa baba yung triangle, it means near side welding lang. Yung other side, yung taas, walang welding. Dito naman, nasa taas lang, walang triangle dito sa baba. So, ibig sabihin, yung other side, kung saan nakapoint yung arrow, ang i-welding. Dito, top and bottom, merong triangle. It means both sides, kung saan nakaturo itong arrowhead, i-weld natin. So, sometimes, makikita ka, may bilog ang corner dito. It means, i-weld mo yung material all around. So, ibig sabihin ng all around, kunwari, meron kang W shape, i-weld mo ang double shape sa isang, kunwari, plate. Tapos, ituturo, may symbol na ganyan. Ito, tinuro niya yung W shape. Nag-symbol siyang ganyan. And then, nilagyan niya ng all around. So, that means, mag-fillet weld ka dito sa near side. Near side, ibig sabihin, kung anong tinuturong side niya, yun yung near side. So, nasa baba lang ang triangle, dito ka lang mag-fillet weld. And sabi niya all around, ibig sabihin all around ng double shape, i-weld mo. So, all around yan. What if kung channel, ang i-weld mo sa isang plate, tapos nag-arrow din siya ng ganyan. So, fillet weld ka all around. So, buong paligid, i-fillet weld mo. And then, sometimes, makakakita ka naman, may flag pa. It means field welding. Sa site mo siya i-weld. And then, makikita din natin, may mga numbers sa symbols. So, these numbers, the first numerical coefficient means yung weld size. 1, 4, 3, 16, 5, 16, ganyan. And then, yung number na nandito, pag mag-isa lang yan, it means the length ng weld. Tapos, another, sometimes, maglalagay ng ganito. This means added information. As ilalagay mo dito, ito-type mo dito yung information na yun. So, ito, E70. This is the type of electrode to be used. Meron tayong, later na yun. So, E70 is the type of electrode used. No? So, let's have this for example. So, meron kang base metal 1 and then base metal 2. I-weld mo silang dalawa. Ang symbol na nakalagay is top and bottom triangle. Tapos magkaiba ang weld size. So, kung saan nakaturo itong arrow, ito yung near side. Ito. So, at this point, ang weld mo, ang fillet weld mo ay 360 ng size. Kaya, ito. And then, ano yung far side? Far side nito is this one. So, i-fillet mo din daw siya, pero 1/4 ang gagamitin na size. Kaya, 1/4 to. How about this? Dito nakaturo ang arrow. Ibig sabihin, ito yung near side. Itong nandito. Ang size niya ay 5/16. Fillet weld, kaya 5/16. So, itong nasa taas is the other side. So, ito yung other side nito. So, ang weld size niya is 3/8, kaya 3/8 to. Next, mga weld length naman. Paano gamitin ng weld length? So, top and bottom yung triangle at magkatapat sila. Tapos, merong number na 2 and then dash 4. So, yung first number, yung 2, it refers to the weld length, LW. And then, etong number 4, pag may nakita yung dash and then a number, that dash and a number means the spacing. Ibig sabihin, ito yung tinatawag nating intermittent weld. Intermittent welding yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi buong haba na to, hindi buong haba na yan ay i-weld mo. May spacing, may gap sila. So, yung 2 inches ay yung LW, ito yung mismong length ng weld, and then yung 4 is yung spacing. So, center ng weld length doon, and center ng weld length doon should be measured na 4 inches, and so on. So, since magkatapat sila, kaya magkatapat yung welds na to. So, what if ito, hindi sila magkatapat? So, ibig sabihin, parang staggered. And then, 1, yung unang coefficient. So, this is the length of weld. Kaya 1 inches. Not sila 1 inches. This is also 1 inches. 1 inch, my goodness. So, 1 inch din ito. 1 inch. So, 1 inch lahat yung length ng weld mo. Napakaliit na. And then, ang distance nila between or spacing nila is 6. So, parehas sa 6. So, 6 yan dito. And then, ito, 6 din yan. Dito, 6 din yan. So, ganoon. Pero, hindi lang sila magkatapat. Unlike dito. Ito, magkatapat sila. Pero, since hindi magkatapat yung fillet weld, ay yung triangle up and down natin, hindi sila magkatapat na ganyan. Okay? So, So, next, dito naman. What if yung binigay na spacing is hindi equal? Pero, you can see, magkatapat sila. Kaya, eto, magkatapat yan, no? Then, 2 inches ang weld length. Kaya, 2 inches to. 2 inches yan. And then, 2 inches to. Same silang 2 inches na. And then, magkaiba sila ng spacing. Yung sa near side, ano yung near side? Ito yung near side. Ito yan eh. Ito ang mga near side. Spacing nila is 6 inches. So, 6 inches. Pero dun sa far side, yung sa taas, 12 ang spacing nila. So, parang nag-skip siya ng isa. Okay? Ito yung spacing na 12. So, wala dito. Nag-skip siya ng isa dito. Okay? So, what if walang dash? Like this one. Walang dash. Lagyan natin ng value. 316, 316. And then, walang number. Wala ring dash. And then, magkatapat. Ibig sabihin, all throughout, habang ito, yung buong length na yan, welded siya ng 316 sa far side. Far side is this one, 316. And then, near side is kung saan nakatouch yung arrow, this side. So, ito, ang 316 din. Kung pag-ibahin natin, para hindi nakakalito. Ito, 1/4. Ito, 316. So, ang 316 is this near side. And then, 1/4 is yung far side, which is this one. So, ito yung 1/4. Okay? Next, paano natin i-symbol ang mga groove weld? Ito. Start muna natin kay PJP. So, kapag kay PJP, kapag nilagyan ng symbolization ng mga PJP, always may number dyan at dito. Sometimes, isa lang. Root opening lang ang nilalagay. Hindi na ito. Kasi yung angle is usually standard na ginagamit na 60 degrees. 60 degrees to. So, kung isa lang, sabi ko nga, diba, mas madalas gamitin, yung piniprep ay one side lang. Kunwari, ganyan. So, 60 degrees na yun dito. Total niya. Siyempre, para mas ma-shoot yung filler weld metal mo. Dito. So, kung lalagyan ng symbolization, ng symbol. So, this is a PJP. Ano ang symbol na ginamit niya? Ito. Kasi, ibig sabihin, dalawang side, yung dalawang base plate or base metal are prep. And then, ano ang R? It is the 1/8. Itong root opening niya dito. And then, angle between ng prep natin. Then, 5/8 is the depth of preparation. Yung mismong preparation. And then, depth of penetration, mas kailangan lampasan ng konti. C, preparation. So, mas malaki. C, E. Yung depth ng penetration. Penetration ng welds natin. Okay. Oh, what if, wait lang. Paano ko lalagyan ng symbol kapag one side lang yung pinaprep ko. So, tuturo ko siyang ganyan. And then, tingnan nyo dito sa symbols dito. One side prep lang ako. This one. So, ito yung symbol niya. And then, ano ang S ko? Ano ang E ko? So, that will depend dito sa thickness TPL. So, pinakamaliit, always nagtitira ng 1/8 dito. So, kung ano ang TPL, minus mo lang na 1/8, that will be your S. And then, yung E is yung TPL. And then, may root opening dito. Sometimes, hindi na din nilalagay yung root opening eh. Mari 1/8 yung root opening dito. Kasi may standard na rin siya. So, yung mga numbers dito, yung root opening and then yung angle, standard na yung ginagamit, 60 degrees and 1/8. So, ito lang usually ang nilalagay namin. Wala na yung sa baba. And of course, dapat tama yung symbol. Kung bevel means isang prep ka lang. So, okay na yun. So, how about si CJP? Paano natin siya ilagyan ng symbol? CJP, always may backing bar na nilalagay kami. So, for this one, paano yan? Ay, ba't yan? Paano natin lalagyan ng symbol? So, dalawang metal, pinrep niya. So, eto siya. V-groove siya. Ito ang symbolization. So, gaganyanin natin. And then, kung may backing bar like this one, ito yung nasa itaas niya. Automatic, wala nang ibang information na kailangan nun. But sometimes, kapag hindi na gumagamit ng backing bar, may tinatawag na back gouge. So, ibig sabihin nun, ganito ang itsura na back gouge. Ganon siya. So, hindi na kailangan saluhin yung nahuhulog na filler metal or electrodes, weld metal. Hindi na siya kailangan saluhin. Hahayaan lang nilang mag-form ng dito, sa ilalim. They will just be careful na hindi sobrang dami yung mahuhulog na weld metal. So, magpo-form lang ng curve doon. May ipon lang ng konti yung weld metal doon. And then, mag-fill up na ito. So, this is called back gouge. Pero pag may backing bar, ito yung symbol, rectangular na backing bar doon. So, sabi ko nga, hindi masyadong ginagamit yung parehas base metal, ipiprep mo pa, diba? Matrabaho. So, usually, ito yung ginagamit namin. Complete bevel siyang ganyan. Pero, sometimes ginaganto, parang PJP. Ayaw kasi yung matulis na ganoon. So, magtitira ng like 1/8 dito, pero malaki yung ilalagay na gap. So, hindi, kasi kay PJP, laging 1/8 to eh. So, hindi makakalusot yung weld metal. Pero sa CJP, maluwag to, like 1/4 pataas. So, pwedeng mahulog na yung weld metal, kaya usually may backing bar or magbaback gouge ka. So, paano natin isi-symbol yan? So, bevel din yan, bevel na CJP. So, ganyan ka lang. So, ayaw kong lagyan ng backing bar, so magbaback gouge ako. Ganyan yung CJP symbolization ng bevel na CJP. So, types of weld joints. Medyo na-introduce na natin yung tatlo kanina, no, sa fillet weld. So, pasadahan natin dito, welded joints. We have 5 types of welded joint. Una, yung lap joint, yung kagaya kanina. Wherein, pagpapatungin mo lang yung dalawang base metal. Tapos maglalap sila. And then, i-fillet weld mo na siya dito. As you can see, sa type na yung weld joint na to, hindi applicable yung PJP and CJP. Kasi saan ang ipiprep mo dito, diba? Take a look at the section. So, kahit mag-prep ka dyan, so, it has the same effect. Parang nag-fillet ka lang din. So, for this type of joint, fillet ang pwedeng weld na i-apply mo. The number 2, butt joint. So, dalawang base metal, tapatan sila. I-weld mo sila together. Flat pieces of metal are laid parallel with their edges touching or at angles from each other. So, yung gantong joint, ano ang pwedeng weld type ang i-gamitin? Siyempre, hindi pwede si fillet weld dyan. It's just either PJP or CJP. So, paano mo gagawin si PJP? So, isang side prep lang tayo. Isang side ang ipe-prep natin. Ito yung isang metal. Then, ito yung i-bevel mo. Then, mayroon ka doon. Then, paano symbol niya? PJP lang tayo. Bevel siya. So, merong S and E. And then, yung root opening and yung angle, kahit wag na kasi standard na yung ginagamit dyan. So, S and E lang. S is, again, yung thickness ng TPL, thickness ng plate minus 1/8. Yun na yung S. Yung E, usually, just equal to TPL. Pero kahit na ganon, hindi pa rin kinoconsider na full pen yun, no? Kasi maliit pa din yung, sana hindi ko binura. Hindi pa rin ko consider na full penetration yun. Kasi yung, yung opening mo dito, ay, maliit, hindi makakalusot. Hindi complete ang penetration ng weld pa din doon. So, pag CJP, same lang yung illustration. Tala na pala, hindi ko na in-erase, no? So, pag CJP, same lang yung illustration. Same illustration lang, ganyan. Same din na bevel sila, diba? Pero, wala siyang SE dito. So, kung ganun lang ang difference ng PJP at CJP, parang halos, kung iisipin, parang parehas, diba? Ang kinaibahan ni CJP, mas mahal siya. Kasi, you have to prove na weld completely mo yung joint. Ibig sabihin, yung mga na CJP joint, tinetest pa yan. Unlike kay PJP, walang testing na kailangan. Kaya, mas pa din si CJP. Na trabaho pa din siya. At magkaiba pa rin siya. You have to prove na completely penetrated kasi yung joint mo. So, next, kay T-joint, as discussed kanina, pwede ang fillet weld dito. So, pwede si fillet weld. And, kung ma-observe nyo din, pwede din ang PJP at CJP. Ibig sabihin, wag mo lang i-touch doon. Kunwari kay PJP, mag-iwan ka ng 1/8 dito. And then, i-bevel prep mo. So, weld ka na doon. This can be PJP. So, kung pwede si PJP, pwede din si CJP. Basta mas malaki yung gap. And then, pwedeng walang backing bar or may backing bar. So, ang symbol mo is bevel na CJP. And then, yun na. Dahil walang SNE ang PJP. Sometimes, nilalagyan ng ganyan. Tapos, ilalagay na CJP para mas malinaw. And then, yung kung SNE, lalagyan pa din ng PJP para hindi nakakalito kasi magkamukha sila. CJP. So, sa T-joint, pwede ang tatlo. Next, corner joints. So, kay corner joint, itong gantong joint, kapag corner, pwede yung tatlo din, di ba? Mag-a-adjust ka nga lang din. Like ito, pwede ang fillet dyan kasi may right angle corner ka or may perpendicular corner ka. So, pwede mong ilagay dyan, fillet weld, kabilaan, 316, 316. Pwede yon. So, kung gusto mong i-PJP to, adjust mo to. So, i-diretso mong ganyan si base metal. Dito ka mag-prep. So, pwede si PJP and CJP dyan. Hanggang si edge, hindi man ginagamit halos yan. Ano ba to? Baka pang ano lang, like, ang tawag lang, ititik weld lang nila or for construction lang, stability. Pero, hindi siya ginagamit. Really, yung gantong edge dyan. Okay. So, now, let's get yung strength ng linear na fillet weld connections. The design and analysis of fillet welds is based on the assumption that the cross-section of the weld is 45-degree right angle. So, standard weld sizes are specified in increment of 1/16. So, ibig sabihin, may 1/8 ka, gusto mong i-increase, mag 3/16 ka, gusto mo ulit i-increase, 4/16 or 1/4 and then 5/16. So, 1/16 ang increment natin. Although a length of weld can be loaded in any direction, in shear man, compression, or tension, ang fillet weld daw is weakest kapag shear ang dinadala niya. Shear, ibig sabihin, parallel ang force at yung weld mo. Isang linear sila, collinear sila. So, yun daw yung weakest ng welds natin, ng fillet weld. And the perpendicular distance from the corner or root of the weld to the hypotenuse is equal to 0.707 times the weld size. So, makikita yan dito sa figure na to. Ito yung tinatawag na throat. Yung perpendicular distance, di ba triangle ang fillet weld? Siyempre, hindi yan perfect triangle, pero meron siyang triangle overall naman. So, itong hypotenuse ng weld, ng fillet weld, yung perpendicular distance niya to this is called yung throat. And this is equal to weld size, itong weld size na to, times cosine 45. So, trigonometry, di ba? Cosine 45 ng side na to is yung tinatawag na throat. So, ginagamit ito, yung throat kasi, ang weld, ang dimension na ginagamit to get yung strength ng fillet weld natin. So, we have the formula. This is the basic formula that we have. Basic formula for the nominal shear load capacity ng fillet weld is Rn equals to Fw times Aw. Fw is the corresponding strength ng weld natin. So, this can be exploded into Fw is equal to 0.6. So, this is a constant, 0.6. Usually kasi kapag shear, tinatimes natin sa 0.6 yung stress capacity ng material natin. So, ang value ng Fw is 0.6 nung stress capacity ng weld mo. So, what is this Fexx? Ito yung nakikita natin E70XX. Ito yan na. Yan yung tensile strength or stress capacity ng electrode mo. Kung at what type of electrode you're going to use sa welding. So, ito yun. Or meron tayong E80XX. Ibig sabihin, 80 KSI yung stress capacity ng electrode. Yung FEXX niya is 80. Kapag E70XX, 70 KSI yung FEXX niya. So, sabi nga dito, ang E70XX electrodes ginagamit sa mga steel na may yield stress na less than 60 KSI, like mga A36, mga angles natin, A36, 36 KSI lang yon. So, ginagamit natin doon 70 XX na electrodes. So, yung higher, yung 80 KSI na electrodes, 80 XX, is for steel with yield stress na greater or equal to 60 and then or 65 KSI na steel, mga higher grade na steel. And then after ng FEXX, may quantity tayo dito. So 1.0 plus 0.5 sin theta raised to 1.5. Theta is yung angle ng weld mo from the load. So ibig sabihin, kung meron kang weld line dito, and then meron kang load na pa ganyan, so ito yung angle mo. So kapag pa ganyan ka, 90 degree yung angle mo. What if diretso dito yung force? Ibig sabihin, theta mo is 0. Okay? Next. So, substituting yung value ng FW dito sa equation. So, CAW na lang ang kailangan natin i-evaluate. So, what is AW equal to? AW is equal to yung effective area of the weld. So, that is equal to AW equals weld throat ng weld mo times yung length ng weld naman. Napakita natin na yung throat is equal to 0.707 times weld size. So, ito yung gagamitin natin na TW. So, substituting AW is 0.707 times the weld times LW. Okay. So, itong value na to, siyang i-substitute natin dito. Imbes na yung AW. Ayan. So, this is the complete equation para sa strength ng fillet weld in shear. So, since this is the nominal length pa lang, para makuha yung LRFD, yung ultimate strength in LRFD ng weld, you need yung factor, resistance factor, which is equal to 0.75. And then, pag ASD, para makuha ang allowable weld strength, it is equal to yung nominal capacity mo divided by yung safety factor, which is equal to 2. Makukuha mo yung RAW for ASD. So, ito yung, may mga minimum and maximum din tayong pina-follow. So, table J 2.4 shows yung minimum weld size ng fillet weld na pwedeng gamitin. So, yung mga fillet weld, nakadepende dun sa material thickness ng base metal. So, kung ang base metal thickness mo is 1/4, ang minimum na pwede mo gamitin na weld size is 1/8. So, kapag 1/2 or 1/2, so 1/2 na thickness, 3/16 ang minimum weld size mo, and so on. So, pakita na din natin yung table J2.3. Ito yung effective throat thickness for PJP. So, kung ang plate mo or base metal mo is like 1/2, ang minimum weld size mo is 3/16. Pag 3/4, ang minimum weld ng PJP mo or yung throat, effective throat ng PJP mo is 1/8. And then dito galing yung mga factor of safety and resistance factors natin. So, the other limits sa weld dimensions, napakita na natin yung minimums. So, meron din tayong maximum limit sa maximum weld size. So, maximum weld size, you need to, sa lap joint. Pag may lap joint ka, may limit, syempre, yung, anong tawag dito? Fillet weld size mo. Syempre, hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-fillet na mas malaki, like ganyan, di ba? Mas malaki pa siya sa base metal mo. Hindi pwede. So, ang maximum fillet weld mo is yung thickness ng metal mo minus 1/8. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan may laging 1/8 inch na natitira dito. So, hanggang dun lang yung fillet weld size mo. Okay. Next, ano naman ang minimum length? Minimum length is 4 times yung weld size mo. And then, if may group of welds ka, weld line 1, weld line 2, so group of weld siya. Aside from you need this 4 times W na limit, you also need to check yung gap between ng dalawang weld lines mo. Syempre, may weld length ka, and then, ito yung gap between ng dalawang weld mo. Dapat daw, yung length is always greater than dito. Hindi pwedeng mas malaki yung gap between ng weld lines mo. Pwede silang equal daw, pero never greater ang W. Dapat mas malaki ang weld length kesa this gap ng dalawang weld lines mo. Next, how about maximum length? So, maximum length, you need to get yung 100 times yung weld size mo. So, that is let me readjust, right? LW max, you have to check this one. So, get your weld size and then multiply by 100. Kapag daw lumampas doon, yung pinrovide mo, nilagay mong length, kailangan mong i-reduce yung length mo. Yung reduced length, or tinatawag nating effective length, yun yung dapat mong gamitin dun sa equation ng strength ng weld natin. Dito. Itong LW, kapag lumampas ang LW mo sa 100 times W, gamitin mo yung LEW. Effective weld length ang gagamitin mo dito. And that effective weld length is equal to yung weld length mo, i-multiply mo dito sa reduction factor. This reduction factor is in turn equal to this equation. So, this reduction factor should always be less than or equal to 1. Pang-reduce nga siya. Okay? And then another, if sobrang haba talaga ng weld mo, it is greater than 300 times ng weld, ito na ang gagamitin mong weld length. No reduction needed, basta dapat ito na yung weld length mo. Siyang gagawin mong LW dun sa equation. And then end returns. What are end returns? End returns are the continuation or extension of the weld to the end of the member around the corner. This is to ensure that the weld size is maintained over the full length of the weld. So, kapag end loaded, especially sa mga end loaded, di ba, may weld length ka dito, LW. Like this one, ito, LW. Per AASC, they require na itong weld na to, i-extend mo pa ganyan. So, this extension dito is equal to at least 3W. Ganyan. Sa kabilaan, syempre, equal yan. Pero kapag nag-check ka ng strength ng weld, kinalculate mo yung strength ng weld, hindi mo i-add itong added na to ng end return. Dito ka pa rin sa L na pinrovide mo. L pa rin ang gagamitin mo, or LW pa rin ang gagamitin mo dun sa equation ng strength ng weld. Dito. Hindi mo isasali yung length added dahil sa end return. End return is just for construction purposes, not for strength. So, let's have an example. A plate used as a tension member connected to a gusset plate is shown on the figure. So, this one is a plate member. This one is a plate member. Ko-connect daw siya sa isang gusset plate. Ito yung supporting plate natin. So, plate member, supporting member is the gusset plate. So, magkakaroon daw ng, lalagyan daw ito ng 316 na weld. Ito, isa dito, isa doon. So, group of weld sila. Ang weld electrode na gagamitin is yung is 70XX. So, this has 70 KSI na FEXX. Strength ng weld mo. So, the connected parts are of A36 steel. Ito daw is A36. A36 din to. So, ang FY nila ay 36 KSI. Assume that the tensile strength of the member is okay. So, okay na daw yung member. I-check na lang daw natin yung available strength ng welded connection. So, checkin na lang is yung weld connection. So, syempre, unahin natin dun sa mga limits. Ano yung limits? So, we have 5 limits. Minimum weld size, maximum weld size, minimum and maximum length ng weld, and yung end return. So, let's check minimum weld size. Ito ay galing dun sa table dun sa taas, wherein nakadepende tayo sa thickness ng plate. So, sa thinner plate, okay? Thinner plate. So, of course, our thinner plate is the 1/4. So, tingnan natin ang minimum weld size for a 1/4 thick na plate. Nasaan siya? Ito pala. 1/4 thick na plate, 1/8. So, 1/8. So, 316 naman yung pinrovide natin. So, okay tayo sa minimum na 1/8. Kasi mas malaki naman tayo. Minimum yan. So, hindi tayo pwedeng mas maliit sa 1/8. So, our weld size na 316 is okay. Next, maximum weld size. Since lap joint yan, pag titingnan mo yan sa side view, ito yung supporting metal, which is the gusset plate, and this is the plate member. So, yung fillet weld natin ay nandito. Ang sabi natin, kailangan may natitira ditong 1/8. 116. 116. Nasabi ko ay 1/8 kanina. No? 116. Sorry. Saan ko sabi yung 1/8? May nasabi ako 1/8 na dun sa lap joint. Did I? So, anyway, for the maximum weld size, lagi tayo titira ng 116. So, let us check. Ang thickness ng plate natin is 1/4. Ang weld size natin is 316. So, okay. May natira nga 116. So, our maximum weld is okay. Minimum length. Ang minimum length natin is, balikan lang natin to show, is ito and ito. Hindi dapat mas malaki ang W na. Sorry. So, let's check. 4 times W is 0.75. So, check tayo. Pasado tayo sa minimum length. Minimum length is 0.75. Ang length natin is 4 inches. So, hindi tayo mas mababa sa 0.75. Greater tayo dun. So, okay tayo sa weld length. And then, since group of weld to, weld 1 and weld 2, let us check yung LW ay L should be greater than or equal to W. So, since ang gap nila, hindi pinigay ni problem, say, ang gap nito is 3 inches. So, okay lang ba yung minimum length natin? So, as you can see, yung length natin is 4 inches. It is greater than the gap na 3 inches. So, we are okay. So, what if maging ang nilagay dito is 5 inches ang gap nila? So, kung 5 inches yan, 4 inches is less than na sa 5 inches. So, you have to upsize your LW. Gagawin mo siyang 5 inches. Kasi sabi nung code kanina, your LW can be greater than or pwedeng equal to the W. So, you can equate it kay 5 inches. Equal to W na lang. O kung marami kang pang weld, edi increasean mo 5.5, 6 inches, gano'n. So, okay na tayo sa minimum length. So, maximum length naman. So, meron tayong equation na 100 times W. Ito yung limit na maximum. So, it is 18.75. So, less than naman dito. Hindi tayo lumampas sa maximum length na to. So, our 4 inches is okay. So, what if ang weld length natin is 19 inches? So, doon natin gagamitin yung LE, W, which is equal to LW times beta, where beta is equal to, where beta is equal to this one. So, kunwari nag-compute ka dito, ang naging answer is 0.8. So, yun na yung multiply mo dun sa LW. So, marireduce yung LW mo. Kasi nga, kailangan i-reduce talaga kasi lumampas ka sa maximum. Ibig sabihin, hindi na effective yung ibang length doon. Kasi, kung sobrang haba, hindi na lahat ng welds doon yung nagpe-perform. So, ayun. Kunin mo yung mga nagpe-perform lang. Kaya may reduction factor. And reduction factor should be equal to 1 or less than 1 na. Should be less than 1. So, okay tayo sa maximum length. End returns naman. So, not okay. Kasi hindi siya nag-provide ng end returns. So, extend this hanggang ganon. provide, and return. So, weld strength naman, ito, kukunin na natin ang weld strength. So, kukunin lang natin yung equation and then substitute natin yung mga values. So, FEXX, this is 70 KSI. Kasi nga, sabi ng problem, ito yung electrode na gagamitin, E70XX, and that is equal to 70 KSI. And then, ano ang angle ng load natin? Since yung weld lines natin is parallel sa force, ano yan, diba 0? 0 siya. Then, ano yung weld size natin? It is 316. And then, LW natin is 4 inches. So, that will be equal to 44.541 kips. So, another thing, pag nakuha mo yung weld capacity, you need to check yung base metal. So, ito yung formula to check yung base metal mo. So, ano yung substituting yung values, ano yung FU ng base metal natin? Since A36, sabi niya A36 ang steel natin, itong plate na to. So, ano ang FU? FU ng base metal na A36 grade, it is 58 KSI. And then, ano ang thickness ng plate? It is 1/4. And then, ano ang LW? It is 4 inches. So, you will get 69.6 kips. So, may dalawa tayong value. Kukunin lang natin, of course, conservative. Yung lesser value, lower value ang kukunin natin. And that will be our governing strength or limit state. So, Rn will be equal to the minimum between those two values, and that is of course si 44.541 kips. So, nakuha na natin si Rn, which is equal to 44.541 kips. Pwede na natin kunin si LRFT and ASD. RUW for LRFT is equal to yung resistance factor na 0.75, so times mo dito sa 44541, that is equal to 33.406 kips. And then for ASD, syempre meron tayong safety factor na equal to 2, di ba? Safety factor. So your Rn divided by 2, so it is equal to 22.27 kips for ASD. So that completes the problem.